This is my camera bag. This is the camera bag that I've used for the last couple of years, and I've posted a couple of videos recently, and a couple of you guys have been asking me what I use in my camera bag, some of the equipment that I use, camera gear, lenses, and so in this video I'm just going to go over what I normally carry when I go out to shoot. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. This is the bag that I use. This is the Mosiso. I'll have the model and information up on the screen if you're interested, but this is a really nice backpack. I've had it for a couple of years. It's on the bigger side of bags, but it's super spacious. It allows me to carry everything that I need when I go out to take pictures. We have this big front pocket here. This is where I keep all my cameras and my lenses. We have this little tiny pocket here. I can just keep things like microfiber, SD cards. Here I have this top pocket, which just allows me to carry cords and stuff, which we'll talk about here in a second. And then I have this side pocket here, which allows me to take out a camera if I don't want to have to open up my whole bag and drag it out. So convenient pockets, nice easy storage. It also has a laptop pocket here on the back. So if I need to, I can carry my laptop. I don't normally keep my laptop with me when I go out to shoot just because I don't want to take the risk of anything happening to it while I'm out shooting. So anyways, looking in the bag, I guess we can go ahead and start with cameras. My main photography camera, if a couple of you who follow me know, I use the Sony a6000 crop sensor camera, and on it right now I have the 50mm 1.8 FE. Most of the time when I'm using this camera, this is the lens that I'm using. And then I also have both of the kit lenses for this camera, which are the 55 to 210 and the 16 to 50. The second camera that I keep in my bag, which is the camera that I'm shooting on right now, that is the Nikon D7000. It is an older camera. It's a camera that I've had for a very long time. It was the first DSLR camera that I ever got. The camera that I'm shooting on right now, I carry a couple of lenses for that camera, one of them being the Sigma 18 to 250, and then I also carry a manual lens. This is a 50mm f2. The lens that I'm using on the camera is the 10 to 20, and I'll put that up on the screen as well to give you a better look. But those are all the lenses and the cameras that I carry in my bag with me whenever I go out. Moving on to a couple little accessory things that I keep in this big pocket. One of those is just a pair of gloves. I always keep a pair of gloves with me just because if it gets cold out or in case it starts to rain, it's just nice to have with me. This, always got to have one of these. Cleans your lenses, cleans your sensors. Super nice to have. And then I also keep my GoPro chest mount in here also, just because it's bigger and this is a big pocket, so I just stuff my chest mount in here. This is what I use for all of my POV videos. So anytime you ever see a POV video, this is the mount that I'm using. A zipper pocket here. And then in this pocket I just have a couple of filter packs. I think I got a couple packs off of Amazon, and some ND filters, polarizers, things like that. And so that's what I keep in here. So moving on to this top pocket here, like I said, this is kind of where I keep my charging cords, extra batteries, and then I also have a couple of fun things that I also store in here. This is the LumeCube Panel Mini. This is super cool. It's just a little portable light, and I always keep this thing with me. I can change the color, the hue, and then I can also change the brightness, and it also comes with this little diffuser, so if I want to diffuse the light a little bit, I can. Another little fun item that I keep with me is this glass ball. I don't use it a whole lot, but when I do use it, it's always nice to have something that add a little bit extra to your photos. This is just a string of fairy lights, and I just like to keep these with me if I want to add a little extra effect or something different to a photo that I'm taking. I think I bought this little string set off of Amazon for like $6 or $7, so it's really cheap and it's just kind of cool. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space. I can just wrap it around the batteries and just keep it in my bag. This is just a rain cover for my bag, so if I'm walking around and I have my bag on, I can just throw this over the outside so my stuff inside doesn't get wet. This little guy is for my GoPro, which I'll get out my GoPro here in a second, but this is just a 360-degree timer, so I can use this for time lapses on my GoPro, and I can spin this little dial here and it will slowly do 360 or 180 or 90, however long you want it, and it allows me to get cool time lapses. If I wanted to take a time lapse of a sunset or the clouds or something, this allows me to do that. And then it also has a tripod mount, so I can put this on a tripod if I wanted to, and then just attach my GoPro to that. So it's really nice. I've used it a couple times and I've been able to get some cool time lapses with it. Here we just have an extra neck strap. Lastly is my bag. This is just a Ziploc bag full of my charging cords. I have extra batteries in here. I have a few extra Q-tips and cleaning supplies, and that's pretty much it for here. And then lastly is this guy right here. This is just my carrying case for my GoPro. I don't normally keep this in my bag just because it's kind of big and I don't really have any space to keep it in my bag, but most of the time when I'm going out and I'm shooting and I'm carrying my camera bag, 9 times out of 10 I'm carrying this case with me also, and this just houses a couple of accessories for my GoPro. So the GoPro that I use, this is what I use for a lot of my POV videos, or if I'm going somewhere and I want to record myself and I don't want to carry anything big or chunky that takes up a lot of space like the camera that I'm filming on now, then I'll use this guy. This is just the GoPro Hero 10 or 10 Black. I got this GoPro last year and so far I'm impressed with the quality. I'm a big fan of GoPros just because of how versatile they are, and definitely a big fan of these guys. And then in here I just keep things. This is just a phone mount for a tripod, extra batteries, and then I have a little mini tabletop tripod here. And so that pretty much is what I keep in here. Well, and the last thing that I normally keep with me at all times when I go shoot is my tripod. And I picked this up at a camera store used because it was pretty expensive, so I was able to get a good deal on it. But this is the VEO2 265CB. So it's a bit of a mouthful, but it's a really nice carbon fiber, super sturdy, very durable tripod, and I've used this for about the last 2 years or so, and I have no complaints. This thing has held up. I've beaten the crap out of it and it still works just as it did when I bought it. So if you are in the market for a tripod, I definitely would recommend something like this or this exact model. I'll throw the details up on the screen. So that is going to do it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed kind of me going through a couple of the equipment that I use, or what I use every time I go out and shoot, what I keep in my backpack. And so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I didn't go into detail about every little piece of equipment that I carry with me just because I didn't want the video to be 30 minutes long. So if you have any questions about any of the specific gear that I have in my bag, then feel free to leave a comment and I'll get back to you about any questions that you guys may have. But yeah, I think that's going to be the end of the video, and if you guys want to see more stuff like this or want to get into contact with me, then make sure to follow me on Instagram. But with all that said and done, I'll see you guys in the next one.